911, what's your emergency?
It's my husband. He just dropped on the floor. I think he's dying. Please, we don't know what happened to him.
I wanted to tell my wife I was alive, but I wasn't sure. I could hear my little daughter's terrified crying. I was conscious, yet I couldn't move a single finger. I was completely paralyzed, head to toe. Maybe I was dead. A trapped soul inside its body, awaiting the final journey. Then, the most gruesome realization hit me. I wasn't dead. It was worse. I was disabled. As I was about to find out, a small lump of fat had turned me into a vegetable in a split second. To this day, cold shivers run up and down my spine just thinking about it and what happened next, but there's a good reason I need you to hear this story today. Because it was this precise moment that sent me on a completely unexpected 2-year-long journey through the dark underbelly of the multi-billion-dollar weight loss businesses, and eventually led to the discovery of a completely natural and inexpensive method that saved the lives of thousands of women and men all around the world. A 10-second rite from a mountain village in Africa that is believed to help doctors stay in shape during their missions beyond borders. Its efficiency now confirmed by a growing number of studies from top institutions like Ontario Research Institute, the National Institutes of Health, or the University of Sao Paulo. Thanks to this little-known 10-second ritual, I succeeded in effortlessly burning 59 pounds of pure, ugly fat, waking up 1 pound lighter every single morning, escaping pre-obesity, and getting into the best shape of my life in just a few weeks. That's right, after years of tortuous, useless diets, I transformed my health and body so much that I became barely recognizable to my friends. Going from this to this, while protecting my heart, arteries, joints, and stabilizing my blood sugar levels, freeing myself from stress, anxiety, and depression, and regaining my vitality and sex drive way beyond the very best days of my youth. Despite what you've been led to believe, the root cause of your belly fat and weight gain has absolutely nothing to do with your lifestyle or your genetics, whether you're active or whether you eat clean. It's not about your thyroid, hormones, metabolism, or age either. Instead, as a groundbreaking experiment from the University of Colorado has proven it, the real cause of stubborn fat has everything to do with something deeply dangerous that's happening inside your brain cells the moment you fall asleep. And once you'll discover what it is, you'll have the power to burn 1 pound of raw fat per night, kill food cravings, and stop your body from storing excess weight. No matter if you're a male or female, 30 or 70 years old. No matter how long you've been trying to lose weight, whether you're trying to lose 10 pounds or 100 pounds, and no matter your medical condition. This natural and safe 10-second bedtime ritual will not only help you effortlessly melt off ridiculous amounts of unhealthy fat, but will also make sure that regaining a single pound will be absolutely impossible. You won't have to set foot in the gym, count calories, suffer from hunger, or give up any of your favorite foods in the process. In the next 5 minutes, you'll find out why some people lose more weight than others, even though they exercise and diet exactly the same, the outrageous reason why all American adults have an 89% risk of becoming obese no matter how much care they take of their body, the one thing you should never ever do before bedtime or you'll gain 2 pounds every 5 days. Hint, it's not even remotely related to food. The simple hack from a 2017 Nobel Prize winner that hits the reset button on your body and health almost overnight. How an unusual sleep experiment from the American Sleep and Chronobiology Laboratory recently uncovered the real cause of sugar and fat cravings, and what you can do starting this very evening to reach your ideal weight and keep belly fat away for life, along with all the medical studies and tests that prove how it works. It's absolutely crucial you stick with me until the very end of my story while you still have the chance, because I don't know how much longer I'll be able to keep this presentation online. The weight loss industry is worth $72 billion in the US alone. It's only logical these fitness gurus are scared that my dirt cheap method can put them out of business overnight. They don't want you fit and slim, they want you to keep buying their crazy diets and exhausting cardio sessions so they can stay rich. So please, keep listening, because this information could save you or your loved ones from crippling complications and nasty medications. Just imagine what it would feel like to never have to worry about deadly health complications and about the cruel things that those around you are saying behind your back, or what your partner is really thinking when he or she sees you naked. Instead, you wake up every day thinner and thinner, bursting with energy, and actually see how your stomach is getting flatter and flatter, and how fat vanishes from your back, hips, underarms, and thighs, along with the cellulite that plagued you for years. Climbing on the scale feels like a blessing, as every single day the pounds are dropping like flies. You're eating all your loved snacks and treats guilt-free whenever and wherever you want. Your skin is firm, toned, and youthful. You're dressed up in attractive clothes that fit you perfectly. Everyone is dumbstruck when they lie their eyes upon you, desperate to know your secret. So let's not waste any more time. It's time you broke free from the stomach fat jail. My name is Oliver Robertson. I'm 46 years old and live in a small town near Stanford, California, together with my dear wife Joan and our beautiful daughter Melanie. I've been a medical researcher for over 20 years at one of the most prestigious universities in the country, dedicating every day to improving the health and longevity of the American people. I've conducted some of the biggest national studies that investigated treatments for diabetes and high blood pressure, and designed methods that greatly influence the quality of life in elderly diabetics. I've also assisted supplement developers in their research on numerous occasions. In fact, if you've taken an effective supplement by any world-renowned brands in the last decade, chances are I was a part of the team that contributed to the formula. I am extremely proud to say that I've witnessed a few medical breakthroughs and seen life-changing treatments take birth in every medical field. Nonetheless, when it comes to weight loss, there's a big catch that almost no one talks about. Whatever magical solution weight loss companies try to shove down your throat, be it a detox, an extreme exercise program, a cleansing shake, and whatnot, it's only temporary. Unless you treat the real root cause of excess body fat as soon as you stop dieting or exercising yourself to exhaustion, whatever pounds you manage to lose, they will come back in a matter of weeks, making you gain even more weight than before. I've seen this hundreds of times during my research, and I know it all too well. You see, the most ironic part of my story is that before being hit by rapid, unexplainable weight gain at the age of 40, I took extremely good care of my body, always paying attention to what I ate, going jogging first thing in the morning, drinking my protein shakes, and taking my vitamins. Still, once I hit 40, my body just gave up on me. Belly fat just kept piling up, no matter what I did. I hired a personal trainer and did crunches, squats, and push-ups until I felt nauseous. I ate only spinach and chicken. I tried intermittent fasting, paleo, and Atkins. No carbs, no fat, no sugar. It was no use. Pound after pound, I became overweight. Then just like that, I was one step from pre-obesity. To think I was a health professional, it was embarrassing. But the saddest part was that no one believed I was doing everything by the book. Not my trainer, and certainly not my wife or friends. They all thought I was secretly stuffing my face with fast food and whatnot. Then came the day that changed everything. My little daughter's 7-year-old birthday party. All our friends and their kids were gathered around the birthday cake, waiting for Melanie to blow the candles. 1 second, I was holding the camera, ready to immortalize the moment. The next one, I was dropping to the floor, paralyzed, unable to move, speak, or even blink. Not sure if I was alive or dead. The children kept screaming, everyone was in shock, and my wife could barely put 2 words together when she called 911. 5 long, horrendous minutes passed before we heard the ambulance. In those minutes, the worst thought came to my mind. Was I going to be a cripple for life? Was I going to die? Was I already dead? Luckily, on our way to the hospital, I noticed a small tingling in my right foot. By the time the ER doctor saw me, I could blink and even mumble a couple of words. Your husband had a brain stroke. From what I could understand, a lump of fat caused by my high cholesterol had blocked a very important blood vessel. In my case, it had blocked the vessel leading to the motor cortex, the part of the brain responsible for every move we take. Even though I was completely paralyzed for 5 minutes, my body would slowly recover. You're a very lucky man, Mr. Robertson. You could have died or remained paralyzed on one side. My wife was crying her heart out. But not all overweight people are that lucky, the doctor continued relentlessly. It can happen again. If you don't lose weight, you'll always be one step away from the worst scenario. Hearing these words, knowing I had tried every possible method to get rid of my belly fat and read thousands of articles and studies while starving myself into oblivion, I was angry and frustrated. I felt like a failure, misunderstood and depressed. But the lowest point in my life was about to turn into the biggest blessing for me, for my wife, and for thousands of people all over the world. You see, about a week after the accident, I went to see Dr. M, a top brain doctor and one of my best friends. He wanted to run some tests and see how my recovery was going. Entering his office, I felt very fortunate. Dr. M was working almost exclusively for top NBA athletes and famous singers. After telling him everything I'd been through, I was surprised to see that he was the very first person who believed all my efforts. I think I know what your problem is, Oliver, but first I need you to do something. The doctor pulled out a fancy device and asked me to wear it every night for about a week. Seemed a little strange, but after all, he was the expert. As it turned out, the sci-fi device was a sleep tracker. On my second appointment, Dr. M said, "Just as I suspected, you're suffering from what we neurologists call the interrupted sleep syndrome. This means that during your sleep, you are not reaching the most important phase of the sleep cycle, the REM phase. This is why no matter what you do, you keep gaining weight." Wait, what was he saying? That all my problems were linked to poor sleep? So Dr. M explained it step by step, leaving me dumbfounded from the very first words. Many folks, and even the vast majority of experts, are completely off the mark when it comes to weight loss and burning calories because weight loss actually happens during a specific phase of sleep. That's when your body regenerates, repairs itself, and releases fat-burning hormones to adjust your optimal weight. Quality sleep loss equals uncontrolled weight gain. Here's why. A healthy, regenerative, and restful sleep has 3 phases. First, the light sleep, also known as the transition phase, when our sleep is shallow and not very restful. Second, the deep sleep phase, when our body truly rests while rebuilding and repairing the cells of our body. Third, and the most crucial one when it comes to the fat-burning process, the REM phase. During REM sleep, you actually burn more calories than when you are awake. Your brain is more active than in any other stage. In fact, in some cases, it's more active than when you are up and running. REM requires a fuel called glucose, which is also the basic building block of most foods. Your body does not fully use this glucose in the absence of REM. But here's the catch. It takes no less than 90 minutes of uninterrupted good sleep to get into the REM phase. If your sleep is interrupted, if you are waking up, or it feels like you are both awake and asleep at the same time, you cannot reach it. If you don't reach it, the interrupted sleep syndrome throws your metabolism and hormones off balance. Your body produces more ghrelin, the hormone that says, eat more, which leads you to consume more calories than you need and gain weight. Your body produces leptin, the hormone that says, stop, no more food, and tells your body it is full. In the absence of leptin, you'll always feel hungry, crave for more food, and store fat. Also, your body produces the harmful hormone cortisol that tells your body you are in danger and it needs you to get stronger by eating more and becoming bigger. The result? Continuous cravings and appetite. The worst part, no matter how many efforts you put in, diet, exercise, etc., your brain won't register them. You see, only during the REM phase do your brain cells see all the work you and your organs have put through the day, and send your body signals to turn calories into needed energy. If this doesn't happen, you'll be left with a lot of calories and even more fatigue. When your brain doesn't tell your body to burn fat in exchange for your effort, you are overfed, tired, and piling on the pounds. Bottom line, imagine REM sleep is the keeper of your ideal body weight. If you don't reach it, you cannot get rid of your stubborn fat. I know what I've just told you is a lot to process. I remember I could barely grasp everything Dr. M was saying. As far as I knew, I was sleeping 7 hours per night. Sure, I was tossing and turning from time to time, and I was no spring chicken in the morning, but this? Well, the number of hours you sleep at night is meaningless compared to how much time you spend in the REM phase and to the amount of deep sleep you get. The performance of your entire body, starting with your immune system and metabolism and continuing with your heart and your brain, depend on you completing a full, uninterrupted sleep cycle. So after all I'd heard, I was expecting the doctor to prescribe me lots of sleeping pills. Sleeping pills are useless in the case of the interrupted sleep syndrome. They mainly increase the amount of medium-depth non-REM sleep, he said, and took out a plain white bottle from his drawer. The bottle contained an all-natural mixture of 5 plants that the doctor was lucky enough to discover during one of his humanitarian missions in Africa. It was a blend that helped them sleep no matter how stressful their mission was. Also, it was what he gave his athlete patients before a big competition. Take 1 spoon before you go to bed. Let me know how it goes. On my way back home, my brain was humming with tens of questions. Was it all true? Were all overweight people in my situation? What caused my syndrome in the first place? After all, I was a man of science. I needed hard, cold facts. I needed to know if obesity was linked to sleep insufficiency. Before telling you what the bottle contained, ingredient by ingredient, you might want to hear what I've come across first. As soon as I got home, I started checking everything Dr. M had told me. First of all, it is clear as daylight that the obesity epidemic has been paralleled by a trend of reduced sleep duration. Think it might just be a coincidence? Think again. According to a study from the Ontario Research Institute, adults and children with poor sleep have a 55% and 89% greater risk of becoming obese. Another research coming from the National Institutes of Health shows that people on diets or workout programs who cut back on their sleep had their weight loss drop by 55%. That means they were losing less than half the fat they were while getting enough sleep. So, no matter what you do or how much you starve yourself, your efforts are rendered almost useless. But it's not just about not losing weight. An experiment from the University of Colorado showed how lack of sleep causes weight gain in just a few days. Participants who slept for only 5 hours a night gained 2 pounds in just 5 days. Sleep loss itself leads people to expend more energy because the body needs more to keep it awake, says Kenneth Wright, lead author of the report. People eat more in response to these needs, but they eat more than they really need to, which leads to weight gain. What does that mean for your waistline? Over the course of a year, one research study from Sao Paulo showed that this could add up to as much as 14 pounds of extra weight, no matter what your diet is. You can run, do intermittent fasting, keto, you just won't lose weight. Suffice to say, this also explained one of my lifetime puzzles. Why do some people lose more weight than others, even though they exercise and diet exactly the same? It's all about having enough REM sleep. The quality of your sleep alone also determines how fast you age, your appearance as a whole, your memory, and your risk of getting sick more than anything else. It can leave you prone to serious medical conditions such as heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes, while wreaking havoc on your immune system. But one thing you need to know is this: it is not your fault. It has nothing to do with your genetics either. I can say this with my hand on my heart because after hundreds of hours of research, I've identified what causes the interrupted sleep syndrome. Amazingly enough, a Nobel Prize winner in medicine raised the alarm since 2017. The small culprit is age. A newborn baby spends more than 80% of total sleep time in REM, while REM sleep typically occupies 20 to 25% of total sleep in adult humans. If you don't suffer from fractured sleep, that is. This certainly explains why children and teens can eat more calories and often get away with it. The big culprit is our modern lifestyle. More specifically, the blue light exposure. What we live through the day is reproduced by our brain through the night. From hectic schedules, constant notifications, and to-do lists, to everything we see on our phone or TV screens. At least 47 million US adults do not get a restorative sleep at night. Why? Because of blue screen light that breaks our sleep pattern and melatonin production. That's why one of the most well-reputed Nobel Prize winners in medicine had one crucial advice: don't take your phone to bed. Of course, avoiding the modern world completely, it's impossible unless you want to quit everything and go and live in the woods like the Amish. After all that happened, and after all I'd learned, I knew I had only one option: Dr. M's mixture. The only thing I could do was to take 1 spoon every night at bedtime with a glass of water. The first 3 days, nothing happened. I wasn't feeling anything, and I was beginning to believe I was immune to this just as I was to diets, exercise, or other pills. The 4th day, I wanted to give up, but my wife, who at that point was more desperate and scared than I was, insisted I continue. But soon enough, the scale gave me a glimpse of hope. I had lost 2 pounds. I wasn't that impressed though. Then again, my sleep had been so good for the past few nights that I decided not to give it up after all. Then something amazing happened. Each morning at the weigh-in, I was 1 pound lighter. Moreover, after the 10th day or so, my constant hunger, the one that was making me cranky all the time, completely vanished. I only needed 1 plate of food at dinner to feel full. That had never happened before. Also, my cravings were completely gone while my weight was melting off like butter in the sun. The best part, even when I decided to eat pizza and chocolate cake for my birthday, the scales still went down the next day. As for my favorite snacks, I didn't even need to force myself to stop eating. It just came naturally for me. Sometime, just a couple of bites of a juicy hamburger were enough. But the best was yet to come. One night, after coming home from a wedding, Joan gave me that look. It's embarrassing for me to say this, but with all my health problems, it had been over a year since we'd been intimate. So I wasted no time. I took her straight to the bedroom and we had the most passionate night of our relationship. If I ever had any problems performing, they were all gone. My libido was sky high. I could last longer and I was soon ready for round 2. From that moment on, she could barely keep her hands off me. And who could blame her? Every single trace of my fat had disappeared. Belly fat, back fat, arm fat, chin fat, chest fat, all gone, like they never existed. My body felt toned and ripped. Honestly, it looked better than in my prime years. My hair was fuller and thicker. Every single night I slept like a baby. You know, that kind of deep sleep where you wake up in the morning and you can't even remember who you are. My wife even said that I wasn't snoring anymore. My energy was through the roof. My daughter and her friends could barely keep up with me. When I went back to Dr. M and ran my tests again, I was no longer at risk of brain stroke. My blood vessels were clean, my blood sugar levels steady, and my joints strong. I had done it. I had broken the curse of fractured sleep. Now I want you to know exactly what was in my bedtime spoon. The 5 extremely powerful plant extracts that are said to help doctors rest and stay in shape even during their most difficult missions beyond borders. I want you to see how this mixture can help you complete full sleep cycles, starting with the 90 minutes of uninterrupted deep sleep that you need to reach the fat-burning REM phase. Cool off your entire nervous system with Corydalis. Corydalis, a plant native to the high mountain of tropical eastern Africa, has been used since the 8th century for the treatment of insomnia. It has a wonder compound called THP that works as a natural sedative to treat emotional disturbances, normalize blood pressure, and completely unwind your nerves. Corydalus is also used for anxiety, restless leg syndrome, and spasms in the small intestine. There are no less than 575 species of Corydalus, but only one can truly relax and prepare your body to enter a state that will allow you to complete at least 5 sleep cycles, one after another. It's a lot like paving the way for rest and weight loss. Fall asleep quickly and effortlessly with Californian poppy seeds. Poppy seeds are considered one of the world's best relaxers and pain relievers because they contain natural morphine and codeine. As per a study, consuming a poppy seed drink slashed the levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol does not only ruin your sleep, it also stimulates fat storage and insulin release during the day, which ends in increased appetite and craving sweet and caloric foods. More interestingly, the circadian rhythms in the test subjects showed a marked improvement. This is extremely important because circadian rhythms are physical, mental, and behavioral changes that follow a daily cycle. Sleeping good at night and being awake and energized during the day is an example of a circadian rhythm. Poppy seeds also contain calcium and magnesium that regulate brain activity to treat sleeplessness. However, if poppy seeds are not treated correctly and with great care, the morphine loss during processing can be up to 90%. Reach the fat-blasting REM stage with passiflora. So you need no less than 90 minutes of continuous sleep to reach the slim down phase. This is where passiflora, or the passion flower, comes in. Out of 550 species, only the one called Passiflora incarnata can boost your level of GABA, a natural chemical that lowers brain activity so you can remain in a calm state of deep sleep. Enter REM and stay there. In a trial published in Phytotherapy Research, the participants who used passion flowers reported major improvements in the quality of their sleep after only 7 days. The researchers suggest that purple passion flower can solve sleep irregularities. One study found it to have similar effects to the anti-anxiety drug oxazepam, only without the side effects. While you're sound asleep, passiflora also reduces inflammation, relaxes your muscles, and stabilizes your nervous system so you can transition from one sleep cycle to another without waking up. Boost your digestion and speed up results with marshmallow root. Make the most of your REM sleep by healing and empowering your digestive system. Marshmallow root stimulates the cells that support tissue regeneration and has the potential to treat a wide range of digestive conditions, including constipation, heartburn, bloating, and water retention. Named the ultimate gut protector, marshmallow root soothes irritation and inflammation in the stomach. According to a study from 2010, the mucilage content of marshmallow creates a protective layer of tissue on the lining of the digestive tract. Rejuvenate your entire system with prickly pear. Prickly pear cactus is promoted for lowering blood sugar levels, high cholesterol, and cutting obesity risk. As demonstrated by in vitro studies, prickly pear cactus fiber binds to dietary fat, preventing it from sticking to your organs, which ultimately leads to the reduction of body weight. Because it's full of antioxidants, it protects your cells from the damaging free radicals. This means prickly pear has strong anti-aging and rejuvenating effects. Especially when combined with poppy seeds, it tightens and firms your skin while stimulating hair growth. All in all, Dr. M's formula was a work of art. But my enthusiasm was curbed by a new problem. I needed more of it. And if I were to produce it myself, I had to spend days trying to source the purest ingredients from all over the world and thousands of dollars to buy them. Then, weeks to extract the seeds, leaves, and flowers. At the end, I had to dry them out, grind them down, and adjust the ratios. The result? I would have enough of the mixture to last for a week or so. I needed a better plan. I thought that if I bought the ingredients in bulk and contacted a large, modern yet discreet manufacturing facility in the USA that could take care of everything, I could produce this potent mixture in the quantity I wanted and in tiny, easy-to-swallow capsules. That's when I started our chase for manufacturing facilities. Luckily, Dr. M had a list of trusted suppliers that he used to work with. I, on the other hand, had one non-negotiable request. The ingredients needed to be the real thing. Pure, sourced from local growers that let plants naturally reach their full maturity and use no herbicides, 100% effective. Prepared the right way and in the right amount in order to keep their properties intact. Safe, processed under strict sterile standards with regularly disinfected equipment. You wouldn't believe how many counterfeits are on the market. I remember I jumped for joy when I found a facility that was both FDA registered and GMP certified, that had a high-level disinfection policy to keep any germs or viruses at bay. Yes, including corona. Since the proprietary blend is 100% natural, I didn't have to wait for approval to make the first batch. All I had to do was to answer one last question. If it worked for me, would it work for everyone? I needed to test it on more people who suffered from bad sleep and weight gain. People going through restless nights and fatigue. They had to be at least 20 pounds overweight and unable to lose weight no matter their diet or workout routine, experience hunger, cravings, and health difficulties. So I asked my wife to help me. She worked at a kindergarten, so she knew a lot of parents who wanted to get rid of their extra weight and be healthy to raise their children. Most of them also had a friend or a relative whose life was a constant battle with their belly fat and lack of energy. After 2 weeks, we had no less than 62 people ready to embark on our experiment. The results were greater than my wildest dreams. Without exception, and within a few weeks, all 62 volunteers reported dramatic increases in their energy levels, amazing sleep, and an average weight loss 48 pounds. The visceral fat around their organs evaporated. Their brain fog vanished, their blood pressure was steady, and their cholesterol level normal. But most of all, their bodies felt brand new. No pains and no heavy breathing. Their minds felt brand new too. Less anxiety and no more panic attacks. Some of them even claimed their depression was gone after years of unbearable sadness. 2 or 3 of the guys even confessed their ED problems were gone, which was quite an unexpected side effect. I received emails, messages, and phone calls. All our volunteers were overwhelmed and kept asking for more of our plant-based wonder capsules for them and for their friends. It was clear as daylight that I had a mission. All the suffering caused by obesity had to end. I needed to make our discovery accessible to as many people as possible. So, with Dr. M's approval, I created a clinically proven and all-natural supplement that will allow you to target the real root cause of weight gain and sleep deeply all through the fat-burning REM stage, breaking the interrupted sleep syndrome vicious cycle and getting rid of every single unwanted pound. I call it Night Slim Pro, the only 100% natural blend that addresses the root cause of belly fat, fractured sleep. I've sourced the purest, highest quality 5-plant extracts and put the exact quantities into an easy-to-swallow capsule to take twice a day. Every capsule is manufactured in the USA in our FDA-approved and GMP-certified facility under sterile, strict, and precise standards. Night Slim Pro capsules are non-GMO and safe. They do not contain any dangerous stimulants or toxins, and they are not habit-forming. And even though losing weight with Night Slim Pro is as easy as ABC, the formula is more powerful than any diet or method on the planet. Because it does not only melt 1 pound of raw, ugly fat after another, day after day, leaving your stomach flattened and your entire body extremely toned, it also transforms your health from head to toe, while skyrocketing your energy levels and sex drive, without you needing to give up on your favorite snacks and treats and through debilitating exercises. 192,341 people have already changed their bodies inside and out with Night Slim Pro. People like Alicia Goodwell, 42, from Memphis, Tennessee.
I was obese and lost all will to live. The only reason I ever got out of bed were my children. I'm a single mom. I had one wish, to live enough to see them go to college. I know how it sounds. Night Slim Pro was my blessing. I feel amazing. I can't stop looking at myself in the mirror. I'm slim, I'm confident, my hair, my skin, everything is glowing, and my depression and insomnia are gone. And I'm ready to start dating again.
Or Samuel W.R., 63, from Buffalo, New York.
Oliver, initially, I didn't believe a word you were saying. Not losing weight because you don't sleep well? That was crazy talk to me. But my wife kept nagging me, so I finally caved. You know, I still can't believe how much weight I've lost at my age. I look 10 years younger. I feel so strong, and my sex drive is back. My doctor's jaw dropped when he saw how good my latest test results were.
And Abby T., 51, from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Oliver, you're amazing. I'm eating chocolate, pizza, chips, whatever I want, and I'm not gaining any weight. Finally, I'm one of those good-looking women that eats without guilt, and everyone is wondering, what's my secret? I think my husband fell in love with me all over again. Plus, never in my life have I ever slept so good. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
All you have to do in order to achieve the same dramatic improvements in your weight and sleep is to start using it as soon as possible. The solution is much simpler than you think. And you can get access to everything in the next 90 seconds. If you're ready to give up the burden of your belly fat and bring excitement, comfort, and satisfaction back into your life, if you're ready to say yes to this big change, you first need to ask yourself, how much is it worth to you to be in full control of the way you look and feel? No fears, no health risks, and all your backbiters are now jealous, begging for your secrets. Just take a second, imagine how much that would be worth. $100,000? $10,000? $5,000? Even though Dr. M recommended I self a 30-day supply of Night Slim Pro for no less than $997, considering the 1 year of research, work, and tests that I've invested in it, and even though my wife suggested $597, seeing how I'm a whole new person now, while our suppliers would have asked for $397 just for the high quality of the ingredients, and even though many of the 192,341 people who got to experience Night Slim Pro said they would gladly pay triple, this isn't about money for me. I'll never forget what I felt when I dropped paralyzed to the floor, or the terror in my little daughter's eyes when she thought I was dead. Nor will I forget the crippling thought of always being at risk of brain stroke, not knowing if I'll live or die the next day, or God forbid, if I'll become a burden to my wife. I never want anyone to feel as helpless as I did. That's why I'll never ask for $597 or $397 or half of that. I just want to cover the costs of the ingredients and keep this site running for as long as I can. Even though I'll have to charge $99 for one bottle of Night Slim Pro soon. And one bottle, from what I've heard from our community members, replaces over $350 worth of food you won't crave to eat anymore, or meds you might not have to take. The fact that you gave me your trust and stayed with me all through this presentation means a lot. You can get a 30-day supply of Night Slim Pro for a one-time fee of just $69. That's right, just $69. Before you order, Dr. M, who has found all the ingredients of Night Slim Pro and ran a lot of tests, and I recommend you take this supplement for at least 90 days, just to make sure you reach the ideal weight, no matter if you're over 40 or 50 or even 60. On one hand, it's about giving your body enough time to process, rest deeply, and take full advantage of all the plant extracts in order to safely lose every single pound that ever bothered you. On the other hand, Night Slim Pro is selling incredibly fast, and once it will be sold out, it will take me 6 to 9 months to produce a new batch, as I'm willing to accept only the purest ingredients. Of course, We're committed to support you every way that we can. So we're going to let you order a batch of 3 bottles or 6 bottles for a huge discount. Plus, with every order made today, you also get free shipping. How does that sound? Take a look below. Once you order, you'll be taken to a secure checkout page. Just fill in your payment details using a credit card, debit card, or PayPal. Immediately after you fill in your information and confirm your order, your bottle of Night Slim Pro will be shipped for free right to your doorstep. If you order the 3 bottles or 6 bottles package, which we recommend as we estimate will run out of stock anytime soon, you'll also take advantage of a huge discount. Just click below to select your package. Your order today is a one-time payment with no subscription or hidden charges. All you need to keep in mind is that Night Slim Pro can be found only on this page and is not available for purchase anywhere else. This is your only chance to grab this exclusive formula. Once again, Night Slim Pro is selling very fast, and once it will be sold out, it will take me 6 to 9 months to restock on the rare ingredients and produce another batch. In the meantime, I'm getting threats from the weight loss industry giants, and risking your family's safety is not something that you can do for a long time. Make your choice below. If you're skeptical, I totally get you. You've tried a lot of methods, you've spent a lot of money, and nothing worked. I am so confident that Night Slim Pro works that I'm going to give you our ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee. If you don't experience any dramatic improvement or you're not content for any reason whatsoever, we will issue a full refund, no questions asked. All you need to do is contact us within the first 60 days from your purchase. It doesn't matter if you used up the entire bottle, we will still give you your money back. This means you have 2 whole months to decide if Night Slim Pro is for you or not. No hidden fees or subscriptions, just a safe and secure one-time simple payment. Choose the package you want below. Listen, when you think about it, you really only have 2 choices ahead of you right now. Option 1, stop following this presentation and leave this page. Do nothing, keep going the way you are now, feeling guilty with every bite you take, wondering why it's so hard for you to shake off those pounds and stay slim for good. Sick and tired of seeing that ugly belly in pictures hanging over your pants? Always trapped in a cycle of fatigue, useless efforts, and yo-yo effects. Always prone to potentially deadly diseases and premature aging. That's exactly what those greedy weight loss companies want you to do. Option 2, risk nothing at all today. Grab Night Slim Pro right now, and you'll be surprised at how well it works, how beautiful your body can be, and how well you can sleep. So just click below to make your choice. Enter your payment details on our secure order form and place the order now. We'll immediately ship your bottles directly to your home. Remember, every 3 and 6 month package comes with a deep discount, and every order comes with free shipping no matter where you live. I can't wait for you to experience every single benefit the Night Slim Pro has to offer. Still here? Great. I wanted to take a second and answer the most common questions I get about Night Slim Pro. I just want to make sure you feel 100% comfortable with your decision to order today. Is Night Slim Pro right for me? This is a question I get a lot. So let me ask you, do you have stored body fat that you have tried to get rid of in the past but nothing worked? If the answer is yes, then Night Slim Pro is the right choice for you. As breakthrough studies have shown, weight loss actually happens in your sleep. That's when your body regenerates, repairs itself, and releases fat-burning hormones to adjust your optimal weight. It has been proven that the root cause of weight gain, the interrupted sleep syndrome, throws your metabolism and hormones off balance while making any effort, like diet or exercise, useless. Real weight loss is triggered when we reach the REM phase. In order for this to happen, we need an uninterrupted sleep for at least 90 minutes. Night Slim Pro will repair your sleeping pattern, making sure you benefit from a full restful sleep cycle. Reach the REM phase and burn stubborn fat almost immediately. Is Night Slim Pro safe? Nightslim Pro has been designed for all ages and medical conditions. The only side effect is having to spend too much money on new clothing. Nightslim Pro is certainly safer than starvation diets, fasting, or high-intensity intervals, and certainly safer than prescription drugs or bariatric surgeries. Why? Because you are restoring your body's natural sleep cycle. Addressing the root cause of weight gain, the interrupted sleep syndrome, is the most important thing you can do today for long-lasting results now and well into old age. Nightslim Pro has high-quality natural ingredients, manufactured in an FDA-approved facility under sterile, strict, and precise standards. Each of the ingredients that goes into Nightslim Pro is tested for purity and to ensure against toxins and contaminants. So rest assured it's safe. As always, if you currently have a medical condition or you're taking other prescription medication, we advise you to show a bottle of this supplement to your doctor before you take it, just to put your mind at ease. When should I take Nightslim Pro? We recommend you take 2 capsules with a big glass of water in the afternoon for an uninterrupted, deeply healing sleep and weight loss support. What if it doesn't work for me? Can you tell me about the guarantee again? The more results we see, the stronger we believe that Nightslim Pro has the power to completely transform the body to its very core. It's true, though, that nothing works for 100% of the people who try it, as each body works in its own way. That's why every bottle of Nightslim Pro comes with an ironclad 60-day money-back guarantee. If, for any reason, you aren't fully satisfied with the results, you can just return what you haven't used for a full, no questions asked refund. How long will this supplement be available to the public? Well, I'm not really sure. But history has shown us that the weight loss industry is not afraid to spend millions of dollars in legal fees to remove something that threatens its very existence. If you think about it, that makes sense. Wouldn't you spend $1 million in lawyer costs to protect the $72 billion per year you make? What if I lose weight too fast? This is a question that we get more than you might think. It's true that Nightslim Pro is an extremely powerful remedy. That's why, should you lose too much weight too fast, we suggest you take Nightslim Pro every second day rather than every day, and always consult with your doctor. Wanting to see results fast, especially after trying for so long to take control of your weight? It's only natural. Nevertheless, a healthy, steady pace is always the best for your health. Taking Nightslim Pro along with self-care is always the best way to go. So, all you have to do today is click below. Fill in your payment details on our secure order form and submit your order. I can't wait to hear your success story.